Greetings, welcome back to another edition of the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Hope you're well, folks. Today we're talking about a comeback of a German band called Frontline. Now, the band are about to release their new album on Frontier Records. It's called Rebirth. If you like your hard rock and AOR, enjoy this review, folks. Now, these guys were originally formed in Nuremberg, originally formed back in 1994. This band back in the day played some amazing hard rock AOR, and at times they were kind of reminding me of the English band Strangeways, as well as Hearland Journey. Originally formed as a four-piece, the band would release their debut album called State of Rock. Now, if you've not heard this album, folks, it's a fantastic album. Like I say, there's a hell of a lot of Strangeways vibes in this album. So if you've not heard it, please check it out. It's called The State of Rock. Back in the day for this debut album, the lineup would consist of Stephan Kämmerer on lead vocals, was a fantastic singer, guitarist and keyboard player Robbie Bobel, bassist Thomas Rias, and also drummer Stephan Kämmerer. And so that would be the lineup for the band's debut album. Having owned this album, I have to say it's got some brilliant songs. The production's really good. Stephan's vocals are really on top form, and at times they kind of remind me a little bit of the band Letter X, similar to Michael Berman. Now, this debut album also saw the band having success on MTV with certain videos, and these guys were second to be the next Strangeways and also Journey. So, in 1995, the band released their second album. This was called Two Face, another great album. And this was followed by the band's next album. This was called Heroes in 1997. In total, the band have released 10 albums, and that's including the new album. So, this new album, it's been 20 years since the band released their last album. The new album, Rebirth, only consists of one original member. This will be Stephan Kämmerer. Stephan is also joined by the following members. We'd have Christian, Mühlroth, Diego D, Sousa, Pires, would also have Eric, Juris, and also Andreas Latzko. So that would be the lineup for the new album. So the new album contains 14 songs. So now I'm going to tell you what the song titles are before we start talking about this new album. So we'd open up with the track Burning Horizon, Black Top Parachute, After You're Gone, Two Tickets to the Afterglow, Boulevard Echo, Burning Shadows, One Life, One Love, Stone and Feather, Shattered Glass Dreams, Heart on the Dashboard, Burn in the Distance, White Line Miracle, Back to the Bright, and also the last song would be called Ache of Light. Also to know there's actually 3 bonus tracks on a limited edition version of this album. We would have Shadows in the Fire, After You're Gone, the acoustic version, and also another acoustic version of the song One Life, One Love. If you managed to get this album with a limited edition, check it out with the bonus tracks. Now, it's always good to see a band make a comeback after the absence of over 20 years or more. The same could be said for Frontline. They've come back with a pretty strong album. Now, the album's going to be released on the 15th of May, released on Frontier Records. And when I listen to the first song, Burning Horizons, it does have a hint, like I said, of Giant. There's also a hint of FM in there as well. Another band that springs to mind when I listen to this album and this song, it's also a band called Hearland, another great band from the UK. Now, this album was produced by original singer Stephan Kämmerer, and also along with production done by Christian Mühlroth. Both of them have done a fantastic job. Next is the song Black Top Parachute. Now, I particularly like this song. I think the song's a little bit more strong than the opening track. There's some fantastic playing here, some really good melodic melody hooks on the guitars, some fantastic vocals by Stephan, and all around a really well produced song. Now, when I listen to Stephan's vocals on this album, it sounds completely different to the first album. After You're Gone is the next song. As you can imagine, this is more of a hard rock ballad. It's really well put together, showing the true strength of the band's ability to write hard rock ballads. And if you're expecting old school Frontline, forget it. This band have moved on, hence the title of Rebirth. They've come back with a slightly different approach to what they've done of previous albums. Next is the song Two Tickets to the Afterglow. This is a pretty cool song. Like I said, if you are expecting old school Frontline, you're not going to get it. I really liked the debut album. I thought it was a really strong, powerful album. Yet the band have moved on and created a different style to what they've done on previous albums. So I'm going to tell you what songs I think you should check out on this new album by Frontline. Check out the song Boulevard Echo, Burning Shadows. For me, this takes me back to the golden era of Frontline's debut album. Also check out the song One Life, One Love, Heart on the Dashboard, White Line Miracle, and also the song Ache of Light. Now, like I said, I think this is a pretty good album. It's good to see the band are back, and I'm looking forward to what they do in the future. Me personally, like I say, I think the first couple of albums are the best thing they've done. So, folks, if you like your hard rock AOR from the 80s and 90s, check out the new Frontline album. It's got a fresh approach. I personally think the early stuff's the best thing they've done. So, folks, I'm going to give this album 3.5 out of 5. I think it's a pretty strong album, but I much prefer the early material that the band have done. The band are back. I wish them all the best. But like I say, I much prefer the early material. It had a bit more edge in it for me. But this is still a really good hard rock AOR album. So check it out. It's by Frontline. It's called Rebirth. Released on the 15th of May on Frontier Records. Thanks for watching. More reviews coming soon.